Hello class, I'm here with some more programs from the chapter IPM. Uh, I will just share my screen and I will tell you what I want to do. I believe that in the last class, you have seen how we were doing the parameterized query. Um, I will tell you something else today. You must have read the notes where in my first video, I mentioned very clearly that go through these functions: fetch all, fetch many, and fetch one. Okay. Uh, it is just, you can say, a recap of those things. Okay. But I have tried to do something different. For example, say I have one table called item, right? Let me show you how the table item looks like. Look at this. This is my item table. Fine. Here we can see there are 4 fields. But imagine in the question it is given that build up a Python application by which you will be able to display all the records, but you want to display only the item name and the price. Only the two things are to be displayed. It's a very simple thing, but still I thought it will be a good programming for you to practice. It's a simple thing. Look at this, what I have done. This I discussed in my previous lesson, that MC is your normal connection object. Okay. And C is your cursor object here. Okay. So this cursor object executes the command, the SQL command. What is the command here? Select star from item, because I told you to display all the records, but I don't want all the data in the record to be displayed. I wanted only 2 items. What are the 2 items? I wanted the item number 0. That means if you uh, access a record, look at this. If I access a particular record, pen 101, 15.50, and Reynolds. So when I will access a record, what will happen? We know that the record basically are accessed like a tuple. And from the tuple, look at this, pen is my 0th element. If I imagine it's a tuple, then pen is my 0th element and price is my 0, 1, 2 second element. So what did I do? Look at this carefully. I executed the command, select star from item. So that means I will get the entire result set. Okay, I told you what result set means in my previous lesson. The entire result set will be in the cursor object C. Now what did I do? I wrote n equal to fetch all. So n is going to be collection of all those tuples, right? It will be basically a list having each elements representing the tuple of the table, that is rows of the table, right? So what did I do? Finally, I just wrote here k in for, I took a loop for k in n. That means as long as there is an element to read from the list n, okay? And in the list, every element is a tuple, but I don't want the entire tuple. I wanted the 0th element of the tuple, okay, and the second element of the tuple. So those things, you know how to access the elements of a tuple within a square bracket. I just mentioned the index number, nothing else. And before this for loop, I just give a heading, item name, and the price. So this kind of one question I just came across in one of the sample papers. So I thought I would just let you know. It's not difficult, but it requires just the presence of mind that you access every record, okay? And every record is a tuple. So if the selected data from the tuple is asked, I will just take those index numbers, or those basically um the index in that particular index position, whatever data comes in the tuple. Okay, like I wanted here the index position data in the index position 0 and data in the index position 2. Fine. So like if I execute this thing, look at this, it shows the item name and the prices heading, and it shows all the item names and the price. Now here the columns are a little upset, that is not the point. Uh, in the theory exam, nobody would look for all this accuracy and all. This can be done in a different ways. You can take, you know, the 0th element and the second element, you can copy them in a dictionary and then you can print it. There are many ways to format it. I just showed you a very simple way of doing it, right? This was one of my programs. I will give you the listing of the entire code in my notes. Fine. This was one of the programs I just wanted to show you. Secondly, let's come back to this point which I was just now talking to about. That is fetch many, fetch one, and fetch all. To understand the difference, fetch all you have already used. You get that entire data set. Now here, look at this. In this program, what I tried to do, I just I just executed a command. Okay, select star from item. That means the entire table data I wanted as a result set, and the result set will be in the cursor object C. Now, what did I do? I wrote C dot fetch many 3. Fetch many 3 means I'm just trying to access only 3 records. Okay, only 3 tuples. Now, here you have to understand that C has the result set. C has everything in it. So when you apply any fetch function, okay, like I applied here fetch many. So C knows that the fetch many function has been applied on me, and another value has been passed as parameter, that is 3. So 3 rows or 3 tuples are already accessed. Fine. So if I print n, obviously all those tuples will be, all those records will be displayed. And one more thing will happen. Whenever we are talking about a result set, we have to understand there is an imaginary cursor which keeps on moving. Okay, like the way we see the cursor moves in a Word file, exactly the same thing happens. So when you accessed these 3 records by using fetch many function, what will happen is that cursor will also move 3 records. Fine. So as a result, what will happen if you use this function called the keyword, if you write this keyword row count in connection with the cursor object, c dot row count, it will show you the exact position of the cursor in the result set. Okay. So as I told you that fetch many has already fetched 3 records. So the cursor would move at the end of the 3rd record. So as a result, what will happen? The row count will show the value 3. So the value of m should be 3 here. Now, cursor is there at the end of the 3rd record. At this point, if we write total number of records accessed m, so m obviously will be printed as 3. And then look at this, I did fetch many 1. Or I could have written here fetch 1 also, the result would have been same. Fetch 1 means you just fetch 1 record from the result set. Now where it will be fetched from? It will be first fetched from the place where the cursor was. The cursor was at the 3rd place. So now if I fetch one more record, what will happen? It will access the 4th record. So we will get to see here the 4th record is accessed. And if I do the row count once again, what will happen? Now the value of m will be 4. Why? Because it was already at the end of the 3rd record, if you remember. Now one more record I accessed, so the cursor would move automatically to the 4th record. This concept you have to remember, because this kind of things might be given in connection with some output problems. Remember this. Fine. Like I'm executing the command. Look at this. First, it shows, in a list, it gave me 3 tuples because I accessed 3